Ever pondered how the world would function if every transaction in our lives was transparent, secure, and free from manipulation? Welcome to the enigma that is blockchain technology. It's more than just the backbone of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's a groundbreaking way to record information. Imagine a ledger, a record book of sorts. Now decentralize it, making it public and accessible to all. This is blockchain, a chain of blocks, each block a container of information, a transaction, if you will. The chain is constantly growing, each new block linked to the one before it. What sets blockchain apart is its resistance to modification. The data is stored globally on thousands of servers, making it nigh impossible for a single user to take control. This level of transparency and security is unprecedented, reducing fraud and manipulation. The beauty of blockchain lies in its simplicity and its power to revolutionize the way we conduct transactions. Now you might wonder, how does blockchain work exactly? Well, think of blockchain as a digital ledger, but not just any ledger. This one is decentralized and distributed across numerous computers called nodes. Now let's break it down a bit more. Imagine blockchain as a chain of blocks, where each block holds a batch of valid transactions. These transactions could be anything from a person sending Bitcoin to another, a smart contract being executed, or even records of property transfers. But how do these transactions get into the blocks? This is where the miners come in. Miners are like the auditors of the blockchain world. They verify new transactions and ensure they are legit. Once they've checked a transaction, they add it to a block. But it's not as simple as just adding it in. The transaction is hashed, which is a fancy way of saying it's transformed into a fixed string of numbers and letters. This hash is unique to the transaction, but it doesn't end there. The block itself is also hashed, creating a unique identifier. This hash includes the hash of the previous block, linking the blocks together in a chain. That's why it's called a blockchain. Now, let's talk about nodes. These are the computers that the blockchain lives on. They store, spread, and preserve the blockchain data, ensuring its integrity and resilience. Each node has a copy of the entire blockchain, and they're constantly checking and updating to make sure all the blocks and transactions are valid. If a block or transaction doesn't check out, the nodes reject it. This system of checks and balances means that once data is added to the blockchain, it's nearly impossible to change or remove. This in turn creates a transparent and tamper-proof system. Thus, every block contains a history of every block that came before it, creating a transparent and tamper-proof system. So, why should you care about blockchain? Let's revisit the highlights. Firstly, blockchain's decentralized nature. Instead of one central authority, we have a network of computers, each holding a copy of the entire blockchain. This means no single entity has control, fostering a sense of equality and fairness. Then there's transparency. Every transaction is visible to everyone on the network, building trust and reducing the chances of fraud or corruption. Don't forget about security. Once a block is added to the chain, altering it becomes virtually impossible, making blockchain a fortress against data tampering. But here's where it gets really exciting. The potential applications of blockchain stretch far beyond cryptocurrencies. Envision smart contracts that execute themselves, supply chains that can be monitored in real time, even the secure sharing of medical records. In the words of Don and Alex Tapscott, authors of Blockchain Revolution, the blockchain is an incorruptible digital ledger of economic transactions that can be programmed to record not just financial transactions, but virtually everything of value.